Hey guys, Mike with Big Heart Adventures here. Feeding some cows today on the farm, working on some equipment. Kind of a dreary cold day today, early January. Not much else going on besides taking care of the stock. So decided to try out some equipment for the upcoming year that I've got, and we're going to start with this teepee tent, which is a 5-man model canvas style tent in it's a teepee, of course, and it's 5-man, but I figured it'd be a nice 2-man base camp to set up on some of these hunts. So I'm going to set it up, and then for heat tonight, it comes, well, I purchased a little campfire box that goes inside, so you're able to have a campfire inside, so they say. Now, I've watched the videos, and it looks like it's possible to do that, but it will get cold tonight here in southern Missouri, so that'll be good to test it out. Okay, there you go. You see it takes a little bit longer than kind of a normal tent, and a lot longer than our little lightweight backpacking tents, but not that long. And then you got a nice little base camp. It's nice to have one of these to get the stakes pounded in, especially in this Ozark rock, but they're really nice sturdy stakes. And then you got a stove jack up there, so if you wanted to put a little stove in there, run the chimney out the top, you can. And then kind of neat in here, if we go in, you can see it's got pretty good room. But then you just kind of pull on whatever of these, and that makes your vents go up and down. And then there's a draft vent there that you can flip up when we get that fire started. And then got a nice little bug screen here that you can pull and tighten up. Alright, so I cut up a little firewood. Didn't know how much it was going to take. Better to have more than not enough. So I went and set up my Thermarest Scout sleeping pad and my Teton 0 degree mummy bag. A couple inexpensive options that have done pretty well for me so far. So, but as you can see, I got my wood in here. I got the little pit there we're gonna have in my sleeping bag, and really doesn't leave that much room for another person. Now we could stack the wood outside and have another person for sure, but if it was raining, we'd want the wood inside. Max 2 people. It's just a little smoky though. Lots of ash coming down. Kind of using the wood that you would kind of find around campsite. Branches, sticks, smaller stuff. We'll see how it goes. We can see the ash kind of falling. If that's going to happen all night, that'd be not great. Be covered in ash. But we'll see how we can do. got a good hot fire going in there, but it's just entirely too smoky. You'd never be able to sleep. Ash raining down on you. It'd work in a pinch. Keep you warm. But it might suffocate you too. So, I'm gonna move on to plan B, which is a Mr. Heater. Always got a little Mr. Heater with you on your trips, so try that in here for the night, and I'm sure it'll work. So yeah, it looks pretty cool, but it's just too smoky in there. Warms it up good, but you gotta have that fire burning really hot, and there's no way you could keep it stoked all night. I think it'd work in a pinch, but I think the better option is gonna be a little Mr. Heater in there. I don't think it'll take much to warm it up in there. It's really pretty nice. So turn that on low, keep the vents open for air intake and exhaust, and we should be good. Well, we left the tent over there. We put the fire where a fire should be, outside for now. All right, well, I got my coffee this morning. Made it through the night. But we had wind and rain and freezing rain. Started off cold, got a little warmer, then got cold again. So the tent did real good. No leaks, nothing like that. The wind didn't bother it, and it stayed nice in there. I didn't have to turn the heat on. I don't think it got as cold as it had been, but I didn't need the heat, and it stayed pretty good. So all in all, I mean, it's a good tent. It's a little expensive. You know, you probably can get a expedition style 2-man tent for what this thing costs, but I think where this will shine is with that stove jack at the top. If you got a wood stove put in there, it would keep it nice and toasty, and you'd have kind of a 4-season tent at that point. And you know, it would be for probably one person, little base camp, keep your gear in there, keep the wood in there, and have a place to sleep. And it did real well. Like I say, we kind of went through everything last night, and didn't hurt one bit with the rain, didn't hurt one bit with the wind, and stayed real nice in there. So all in all, it's pretty good. I can see where it'll work.